today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. The season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taylor now from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down. Herbert caught by Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Tershawn Wharton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how. Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there. These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face. A little wind in there. Yeah, that's right. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player. And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there. It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace. Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes looking for Gray and finding him once again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home. And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before you get the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Able to find Gray here. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 31 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown. Noah Gray from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner. Use a barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final week.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Fordson. He's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will extend their lead even further. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Everett there, complete. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a 2nd down and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the pass. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finding room at midfield, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To the air again, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches. Still want to be prepared for a pass. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance. Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Kansas City, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcaster.